The reason I think Be Safe is such a great place is because, number one, the owners are fair and Christian people. They take care of every person that walks in the door.
A lot of times, parents have lots of questions and lots of anxiety around it. So that's really fun to be able to work with the parents, and then also doing defensive driving and DWI and things like that, trying to change behaviors and getting information out there to prevent further crashes and to put more really good drivers on the road. That's really our passion about this.
We have many who can't drive in a parking lot when they start, and by day 4, after only 6.5, 7 hours, they're driving on the interstate at 70 miles an hour with confidence and able to get on and get off and pass cars and change lanes at that speed. That's the fulfillment when somebody goes from totally scared to be behind the wheel to confidence to drive in any situation.
First, there's like that sense of pride and for their accomplishments because we see them go from absolutely nothing to successfully handling a vehicle and thinking through all of the different situations that can happen out there on the road.
There's a curriculum that the state puts out that you have to cover, whether it be a teen or an adult.
We, do a little video instructing. We have some guest speakers to break it up. We also play some fun educational games for review. We take some quizzes. There's no worksheet type material. It's not just, someone giving the information and you getting a test on it. We really do try to make it interactive because that's what lands best with the kids and helps them remember what they need to know.
It was the tailgate when you got really, really close to that truck that one time, but other than that, you did good. So they left you with a 96.
You guys had sent us some links to some sites prior to starting the classroom, and I had checked the sites, and everything that was there was covered in the classroom. So it made the process much easier.
They have to pass this class, and that means that they have to participate in the activities in the classroom, and they have to pass the knowledge test at the end of the class. And that knowledge test, like I said, is a 40-question multiple choice test, and they have to pass it with 80% or better. So we really get to have a good time and learn in a fun and welcoming environment.
Everyone has to drive 8 hours. Typically, we do that in 2-hour, maybe 3-hour increments over 3 or 4 days. And we have specific routes that we typically do on each day to hone on skills. Teens go from the assessment to get their learner's permit, which allows them to drive with parents until they're 16 and have had their permit for 6 months, or they're 17. And then they can come back here and do the road skills test. And that road skills test is what allows them, once they pass it, to get their driver's license.
We are one of the few schools that most of our staff are actually in the education field. We have certified teachers teaching the class, teaching the students. We have a bus driver that is behind the wheel instructor.
It's one thing to know how to drive, but to know how to adapt your teaching style to each student and their needs, that's why an education background helps a lot in this.
My background as an educator helps me, first off, because I understand how a child learns, or how humans learn. So it gives me the opportunity to present something to them in more than one way.
We work together. We're like a family, and we've all been here for a long time and don't want to leave. So we all take care of each other. It's just a great place to work, and you're going to get exactly what you pay for and more.